we are taking a break from the show to bring you a special report. The first website, which looked like this, went online in 1991. There is not a whole lot going on here. It is simply a page with some text on it. A video appeared on another website a few years later. In a few years, YouTubers will have a larger audience than the whole news organization giants. Throughout history, technological leaps have resulted in the birth of entirely new sectors and economies. As you view this video, another leap occurs. The metaverse is what it is called, and it is going to revolutionize everything. Every news media has been painting a bleak future where we are all condemned to be mindless robots in a cog-ready Player One meets the Matrix, where the Zuckerberg controls everything. Since Mark Zuckerberg made the announcement, it is the most straightforward story to tell and the one that garners the most attention. This is not a video about huge corporations attempting to recreate the Matrix. It is all about you figuring out what is going on and how you may profit from it. And looking at something on a smaller scale is the greatest way to grasp this. The multiverse is the collection of all possible universes. Have you seen Ariana Grande's new concert? They put on a full-fledged concert inside the game. Imagine telling someone a few years ago that Ariana Grande will be touring in Fortnite in 2021. It did, however, succeed in creating a one-of-a-kind experience with an entirely new degree of interactivity. Last year, Travis Scott experienced something similar. This sort of experience excels at bridging the gap between the physical and virtual worlds. Across all industries, something really fascinating is occurring right now. BMW introduced their new automobile in Rocket League at the same moment. Video games are produced by streaming businesses such as Netflix. Riot, a video gaming company, is producing Netflix episodes. As a result, our interactions with both realms are disrupted, as is our understanding of what is truly possible. So, what is the metaverse? Exactly. To describe the metaverse now is to compare it to the internet in the 1990s. There is no such thing as social media, sharing platforms for content providers, trade platforms, or platforms that make additional platforms. The list goes on and on. So, in a technical sense, the metaverse is anything we construct on top of it. It straddles the Web 3.0, blockchain, and virtual reality divides. It is only feasible because of the combination of these three factors. We must examine each of the three elements separately, beginning with Web 3.0, the next version of the internet. Yes, there are several internet versions. Web 1.0 resembled the website we showed you at the start. It is only a page with some text and a few links to other sites with more text. There is no interactivity, no user-generated material, and the only thing on the screen is text. Web 2.0 is how the internet looks like now. It is heavily reliant on the community. The majority of it is user-generated content that is very interactive and allows you to perform a variety of things with it. There is one very crucial point to make here. On the internet, there is just one thing you can purchase and possess. It is a web address. Nobody else on the planet is allowed to create a website with the same domain name. The rest of the world is controlled by companies. Take, for example, this video. Sure, we created it, but YouTube could just poof it, and it would be gone. This brings us to Web 3.0. Owning sections of the internet is the most essential thing you can do with Web 3.0. Everything you create, purchase, or sell on the internet is your property, and you own it completely. This occurs as a result of blockchain, and more especially, NFTs. In the metaverse, they are the building components of value. You undoubtedly know what they are, but most people dismiss them as insignificant pixels on a screen for which some morons are willing to spend millions of dollars. But what is keeping me from saving an NFT to my desktop with a right click? It is because we have agreed throughout the years that $1 is worth $1, and we believe that it always will be. It is a social construct. After all, it is not really real, yet it facilitates the trade of goods. As a result, we have all agreed to utilize it. So the value of an NFT is determined by how much its supporters believe it is worth, and it offers ownership since it can be monitored on the blockchain and cannot be copied. What you are missing is what NFTs may become in the future, similar to how web pages evolve through time. For example, compare the first internet page with simply the text on the screen to Google Maps. They are both online pages that may be visited using a specific link, but there is a huge difference between them. There is a fantastic tweet that goes something like this: although others claim that NFTs are a fraud, they do upload their unique works on Instagram in exchange for a digital heart. So, in the context of Web 3.0, You have this means of genuinely owning something and exploiting it. What would be an excellent approach to engage with this virtual reality? Virtual reality, to be sure, even though it is merely a section of the metaverse, it appears to be the only topic of conversation, until holograms are a reality. Right now, this is the best thing we have. It is the inevitable evolution of technology. So when someone says Facebook is constructing the metaverse, they are mistaken, since Facebook does not own the internet. Blockchain, or virtual reality. It is like arguing that when Apple debuted the iPhone, they established telecommunications, and it does not matter what Google or any other firm does now. The internet will be controlled by individuals once blockchain becomes popular, something most people cannot comprehend. As an example, consider the following. Assume you are a creative person. You write one song and sell it as an NFT for $1. You specify in your smart contract that if your music is sold, you will receive 80% of the proceeds, with 20% going to the seller. Let us assume we pay $1 for your music, and then sell it for $1 to someone else. In this scenario, the artist receives $1 from the first sale and 80 cents from the second, while we receive 20 cents. This might carry on indefinitely. When your music is purchased, you will instantly get 80% of the proceeds in your digital wallet. There was no Spotify, no Apple Music, and no label involved. Not only do you make a lot more money, but your community benefits from your efforts as well. Individual ownership is achieved in this manner. This formula governs everything in the metaverse. The emergence of private ownership is exactly what the metaverse is. So, how can you make money off of it? To recognize new prospects, you must become a digital native of this new area and understand how they are formed, which you may accomplish by being educated. You will be left behind when reality, both natural and virtual, confronts you if you have no understanding how this new thing works and dismiss it as a dystopian nightmare. The good news is that we are still in the early stages. People are only now beginning to become educated in this field. There is plenty of opportunity for expansion and a whole new pie to devour. We hope you find this movie to be informative. Please make sure to like and subscribe for more future updates.